So this is how you use a wrench. Like this.
Oh my god. What a pain in the ass. Poor Jill. Why are we making her do this?
The suffering is beautiful.
Only in... I'm not gonna finish that.
You no longer need the wrench. Woohoo!
Poor Jill. Do you think Jill likes being on our show?
Oh, she keeps coming back.
Should we ask her opinion? Jill, do you like being on our show?
Jill. Hey, the zombies are getting restless.
I know. I can hear them. What's going on?
Yeah, I think Jill might be like the most common recurring character on our show so far.
Jill!
What's wrong?
They're coming.
Maybe they want some Stagla coffee.
Hey,
Mm.
calm down.
I want some Stagla coffee.
Playing hero this time?
What are you doing?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Kaboom. Okay, there's a puzzle here. Okay, I should see if there's any items over here. Okay.
Puzzle to be had. So, what cup size is Jill? See?
Well, maybe if she would hold still, I can measure her. You know what I just did?
No. What?
Me neither.
You know what's funny is there's several puzzles in the Resident Evil games that are like that, where you just solve it on your first try without thinking about it. That's not good. Uh-oh.
You were in there for maybe 2 minutes.
Oh, I bet Carlos is just like, uh-oh.
Carlos!
What the fuck happened to him?
No!
He looks fine.
Relax. I'm not dead yet.
Man, it must be tiring firing off all those bullets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine. That hero stuff is harder than it looks.
And yet you see no body.
Yeah. It's because they despawned. Uh-oh. Stargalakan.
Ouch, my ears are ringing. We both should be deaf by now. Okay,
Huh?
I'm gonna scrounge up some equipment. There might not be any at our destination.
I can't hear you. I have to read your lips. No, not those lips. So apparently that's how a gas station works.
Yeah. Actually, no, I've heard... I don't know if it's true, but I heard that these days with modern gas stations, the way the pumps work is if there's a fire above ground, the fire won't get to the pumps below ground.
Failsafe.
Yeah, some kind of new failsafe. I don't know when they installed that into gas stations, but I remember I saw a video. This guy was putting gas into his car, and this girl walks up to him and says, "Do you have a cigarette?" And he's like, "No." And so she throws her still lit cigarette into his gas tank, and then his car blows up, and the gas gets on fire, but the gas station doesn't explode. It was just a real big fire. Also, that girl went to jail.
What? Why?
He didn't have a cigarette. So she got mad and decided to blow up his car.
Wow. People, you know.
Yeah. Did you ever see that one video where I was like, hey, you guys have a cigarette? No. Fuck off!
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
And then there's that one video that I just can't get over. It just bothers me.
What video is that?
There's this one video where this girl's like, not to be racist or anything, but Asian people. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't find out why it was so funny, but it was mesmerizing because I don't know how she managed to make that sound.
So, what was the context of that video? Like, she's tired of Asian people?
No, it was a Vine, and it just starts in like the middle of a conversation where she's like, just not to be racist or anything, but Asian people, and then she makes this weird sound. Wait.
Oh, you're gonna play it.
I'm only gonna play a little bit of it.
Not to be racist or anything, but Asian people.
I think she's trying to say suck.
Yeah, but what, did she like burst out in laughter because you couldn't finish that sentence?
Maybe she had a burp.
What a freaking weird thing. I don't know why that's a thing. I get why people are like mesmerized by it because it's weird, but I don't see why it's funny.
Yeah. It's just really stupid.
Yeah.
And why she got a problem with Asian people?
I don't know. But hey, I know something that is funny.
Isn't touchscreens great?
No! Ah, here we go. This is how you can be funny.
I don't know what the flock does, do you?
Oh god.
Hey everybody, I'm here with my good friend Inspector Gadget. How you doing, Inspector Gadget?
I am having a lot of fun.
We're gonna get sued by them.
I'm just not a big fan of Mike.
Sorry, Mike. Mike, I know you watch our show, but I'm not a fan of your show. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're a good artist, though.
He's good behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's good when he plays like a goofball. I
Like
don't
Bugs
know.
Bunny.
Like remember what I was saying about Ben Stiller?
Yeah.
Ben Stiller's funny when he plays a weirdo, but when he tries to play like a normal person in a movie, it doesn't work. It's not funny. I don't like it. But when Ben Stiller plays somebody like Mr. Furious or Zoolander or Zoolander, it's funny. Like, Ben Stiller can play a nut like no other, but when he tries to play a normal person, it's not funny. And then I think Mike Matei, when he plays one of the goofball characters in The Angry Video Game Nerd, is funny, but when he plays Mike, it's not funny. I'm sorry, Mike. James is funny, though.
Yeah. And he's funny when he's, James.
Mm-hmm. Or The Angry Video Game Nerd is not James, technically.
No.
Was that the Berry Blaster?
It was the berry gun.
When do you get the samurai edge?
You don't.
Oh,
You gotta get it the same way you get the Western custom.
lame. Whoa, what? Remember that Spy TV where it was like, it was prank candid camera. Their heads explode?
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works. Where it's like, they would prank somebody, they give them a job as a security guard, and it's just like, alright, so just stand guard. If somebody comes through that gate, just give me a call. If somebody comes out through that door, then just throw this switch, okay? Alright, so see the door? If someone comes up to the door, just hit the button and call me. But if somebody comes out through this door behind you, throw that toggle switch right there. Alright? And then they put him on shift. And his first night, he's on shift for like 3 hours. And then all of a sudden, like, 3 guys pile out of the door and bolt for the fence. And the superior comes out and he's like, throw the switch! Throw the switch! And they're climbing the fence. He throws the switch and the sparks fly out of the fence. And they all get zapped and fall down. And they drag him away. And he's like, what am I standing guard for? And it's like, it's not important. It's not important. You did a good job, though. Man, you can't get away with reality shows like that anymore. You know why?
Why?
Because the reality shows that become successful are the ones where you poo in someone's cereal and laugh about it. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Fuck reality shows. In my
It's not
years,
even reality.
in my years, there's only been like maybe 2 or 3 reality shows that I liked, and they were not popular or successful. People like seeing shit like
Laguna
Extreme
Beach and
Kardashians, Jersey Shore. But freaking You're on Candid Camera, not a viable show.
And a lot of the times you could tell it's scripted.
Well, of course it's scripted, but I mean, like, they still have Just for Laughs, which is not bad, but I'm going to contradict myself by saying this, but most of the pranks they got in Just for Laughs that I've seen recently are, like, bizarrely sexual in some way.
Because sex sells.
Sex sells, of course. I'm not complaining. I love it. But it's not creative. And I wish that they could be more creative. Like, having the girl walk behind the counter and walk out with no pants. I like it. But I don't like how uncreative it is. And I wish that they could be more creative and more funny.
Well, I could tell over the years, just TV itself has gotten less creative.
Yeah, I remember noticing that when I was a teenager, is that once you get to a certain point of watching new movies and classic movies, you see that there's like a decline in humor. Like, people start recycling the same jokes, and then the new jokes start becoming less funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then finding good, unique, original, funny
Good
humor,
content.
it becomes so scarce.
And when you do find it, it'll probably get canceled.
Yeah. I.e. old Simpsons.
Yeah.
Because the old Simpsons seasons were funny. Like, I can actually find old Simpsons episodes that, I haven't seen, or maybe I have seen, and I'll laugh. But, new Simpsons, I'm sorry. Like I said, it's an underplayed, or it's an downplayed joke. But the new Simpsons are not funny. Bringing your shotgun.
My shotgun.
My shotgun.
Oh, that game.
What game?
Shaq Fu.
Oh, God.
How you feel now?
You said shack gun, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, God. I thought you said shat gun.
Ooh. No. Power cable. I need the fuse. And the oil. And the machine oil. There. I think I'm set. And to save.
Save or not to save?
There is no question.
Is that a question?
Is that an answer?
It was a rhetorical question.
And I have a rhetorical answer. I think I have to do some chemistry here.
Don't worry, we're masters at chemistry.
I'm an all chemist.
As in, I do all the chemistry. Oh yeah. Didn't you hear the whole thing about leaded gasoline and shit?
What about it?
The reason why they added lead to gasoline was it was well, I think it was an anti-knock agent, which refers to, I'm pretty sure that refers to gasoline prematurely exploding in the piston before the spark goes off.
Uh-oh.
Because sometimes gasoline can be volatile when pressurized. The way the piston works is it's supposed to compress the gasoline, and then the spark plug will ignite it. But there are sometimes the gasoline can partially ignite before it's ready, and that'll screw with the engine.
I've heard of that before.
Yeah, I think it's called knocking. I could be wrong, though, but lead was originally used as an anti-knock agent because it would make the gasoline very stable. But, as we know, lead is extremely bad for the environment. Even more so than CO2.
How about dioxide?
Dioxide?
Or, you know...
You need to be more specific than dioxide.
That thing that you put in food?
Oh, dihydroxide?
Dihydroxide.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, audience, have you ever heard of dihydroxide? You may not know it, but they put dihydroxide in a lot of food products, and people who have been exposed to large amounts of dihydroxide have suffocated by having dihydroxide fill in their lungs too much, to the point where it can actually suffocate you and kill you. Many people who have taken dihydroxide supplements have turned into serial killers or even developed cancer. In fact, I think anyone who's taken dihydroxide has inevitably died from something. So it's like, they don't put dihydroxide in the ingredients. If you look on the nutrition guide for your food, they usually won't... Is that a mole? Is that a worm?
It's a worm. It was a larva.
But yeah, if you look on your ingredients on your food, it won't list dihydroxide. It'll list things like high fructose corn syrup and monosodium glutamate, but dihydroxide is usually not listed. And in case anyone didn't catch on, dihydroxide is just a sophistical way of saying water. And in case you don't know what sophistic means, sophistry is when you use fancy-sounding words to make your argument sound more convincing. Shit pickle.
Oh, fuck.
Stupid-ass worm. Throw a grenade in his mouth.
I had some.
I wonder if anyone's ever tried that when they're getting chased by a large
God
animal.
damn it!
Just throw a grenade at them and see if they eat it. Like, I see that in movies and shit, where they have like the crocodile or the shark eat the explosive thing, the gas tank or the oxygen tank, and then they shoot it. But I wonder if anyone's ever tried that in real life. Yeah, see, the shifting cameras make the game scarier, but they don't make the game better. Is that it? Did you get it?
Hopefully. Jump scares, really? You gotta do better than that.
Were you scared?
I peed a little. But yeah, like we always talk about, jump scares is the cheapest, and it may work for some people, but...
Well, some people get scared by jump scares, and it's like me, sometimes jump scares can make me jump, It doesn't mean I'm scared, because like Spooky's mansion of jump scares, it has nothing to do with what's jumping out at you. It's just the fact that a sudden loud sound and an object just pops in front of you is enough to make you shriek. Doesn't mean it's scary.
Yeah, I think, like you were saying, when that creature was crawling behind me, that was more unsettling than a jump scare.
Yeah, that was really good, because the camera's in view, you feel like you're sort of safe, and all of a sudden you see something weird. It's not super fast, but it is fast enough that you don't get a good look at it, but you can tell it's something surreal.
Perfect example, Licker.
Yeah, the first Licker you see in Resident Evil 2 that just crawls by the windows sort of slowly, you get a good look to tell that the thing's not human. It's something intimidating. And then you go into the next room and you see the window is open, and it's like, oh, definitely not safe here.
Yeah.
And then when you finally see the Licker, it does not jump at you. It slowly comes out in the middle of a cutscene, and you get a good look at it, and it's terrifying. And you do not want any of what it's bringing. That's how you can be scary.
They knew this back then, but it's like, what the fuck you guys do now?
Yeah. And it's not like they had limitations is why they did it. It was like pure cleverness, you see.
Here, take this.
Because they had all the resources for making stupid jump scares back then. And they would. There were jump scares in the old Resident Evil games, but
Nikolai?
the jump scares wouldn't just like pop up randomly. They would pop up in specific scripted areas where it's like you feel safe because you've been pretty okay for the last half hour or so.
Don't come any closer. Stay away.
I killed this horse last week. I think she's starting to turn.
It's looking good.
But in horror, we need to have intelligent horror.
Yeah. Like I was saying, like the Licker or that fucking bug thing.
Yeah.
We need to have, like, good subtleties.
And false sense of security.
Yeah, false senses of security. But I mean, like, give you a place where you think it's safe, but then not a jump scare, but something else that just makes it apparent, like, obviously not in the game's mechanic, but just in the game's narrative. Mm-hmm. Put something in that makes you realize that you weren't safe that whole time. Like, remember that one story about, how'd he get in?
For fuck's sake! That is the cheapest fucking thing you ever could give that guy.
What happened to her face?
Why the fuck can't you just pull the goddamn trigger in his face?
Yeah, like I said, Nemesis, if you could put the thing inside of him... Ah, fuck. Alright, let's take a quick break. I'll get back there. We'll see you guys next week.
Fuck, I'm just gonna have to load him up.